It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
And good Monday morning, and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. On this, why am I hearing an echo here? On this, the third day of November, 2025. Yeah, that took care of that. So welcome to the show today, folks. Today, of course, I'm coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia, right outside of Lynchburg. I still have a bit of an echo, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. If you're hearing this, guys, how about letting me know? Let's see, maybe it's from this. Okay. Anyway, you might flash on there if everybody is hearing me and seeing me okay in the chat room. That would be helpful. All right, so today's show, of course, is brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and by Chillie's Cruises. We're going to break loose today from some of the norms that I've been under, going back to PT this afternoon. I'm actually going to try it. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Tom. And Gary, Older Than Dirt. Appreciate, okay, everybody answered me back. So thank you, guys. Going to do some PT this afternoon. Needless to say, I'm feeling a lot better than I was. I'm not quite done with the medication yet. I've got another day on that. But anyway, I feel better. So we're going to try to make it back across town and do a little work this afternoon, see how that goes. All right, so that's really the only announcement for today. So before we get started with today's, I got to go over that, don't I? Yeah. The lead story this morning is Six Flags investor Travis Kelce. Now, that's the lead story today, not particularly because of the story. I haven't been able to use Travis Kelce on this show, nor his fiance. Just saying. Also, this morning, we got two ships sailing from Jaxport. Of course, Roger's on one of them. The Loggerhead released has been about an hour and a half ago. Cruise canceled after death. Also today, Celebrity Apex joins the Port Canaveral fleet. Jamaica hopes to resume by December. New tax in Iceland. And the Disney Destiny arrives. That and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today is National Sandwich Day. I love sandwiches. I eat sandwiches just about every day. I'll have a sandwich of one type or another. This day in history, however, in 1917, first class postage went up to 3 cents an ounce. The post office promised to do a better job. That's debatable. All right. Before we get to today's news, let's take a quick break from one of those fine network sponsors. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to lead the news portion of today's show off from Six Flags.
Travis Kelce, a 2024 Super Bowl champion tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and famously the fiancé of singer Taylor Swift, is investing in an amusement park dear to his heart. Kelce, who grew up in suburban Cleveland, is a longtime fan of Cedar Point, the award-winning amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio, located about an hour's drive west of the city. In a release, JANA Partners announced that it has partnered with Kelce, along with consumer executive Glenn Murphy and technology executive Dave Habiger in an investment in Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. These new investors now collectively own an economic interest of approximately 9% in Six Flags. Cedar Point had been part of Cedar Fair, which merged with Six Flags last year. A 246-pound loggerhead turtle was released at 9:30 this morning in Juno Beach, Florida. Swim Shady was rescued and admitted to Loggerhead Marine Life Center after suffering a serious boat strike. Her condition was poor and she also dealt with anemia. Through antibiotics, careful monitoring, and focused rehabilitation, her anemia has resolved and she has been cleared for release.
This, of course, was from Loggerhead Marine Life Center, not Loma Linda, where Tina Turtle is from. Similar facilities, do wonderful work, and it's always a big deal when any kind of animal is released back to the wild. So congratulations on Shady getting back home. I love it.
Cruise passengers have been sailing out of Jaxport since 2003 when the terminal first opened. For much of the time since, just one Carnival cruise ship has offered cruises to Florida residents. But today, a second cruise ship has arrived from Boston, giving nearby residents some extra options. After all, according to the port, more than 98 million people live within driving distance to Jacksonville. Norwegian Gem has arrived in Jacksonville, joining Carnival Elation in offering 4, 5, 6, and even 12-night itineraries to the Bahamas and Caribbean. Roger is currently sailing on the Norwegian Gem.
I, of course, have sailed on Elation out of Jacksonville. The Gem. I haven't sailed on the Gem. Might be a possibility, folks.
The fall months are one of the best times to visit Orlando, with smaller crowds, cooler weather, and better deals. That's why we've extended our discounts on mobility equipment rentals until the end of November. This offer is also valid for popular locations like Disney World, Universal Studios, and SeaWorld. Orlando mobility rentals are 15% off until November 30th and 20% off if you pick up directly from our Scootaround location. Call Scootaround at 1-888-441-7575 and use SRN 11137, or call Chillie at 434-258-9264. Celebrity Apex set sail on her first ever cruise from Port Canaveral on Saturday. The Edge-class ship is offering 7-night Caribbean itineraries from Central Florida through April 2026. The Celebrity ship brings Port Canaveral's homeport fleet to 13 different vessels from 6 cruise lines. Coral Adventurer will not continue its 60-night cruise after a woman was left behind and died on Lizard Island. The Lizard Island stop was the first of the cruise that had planned to circumnavigate Australia. Guests will be flown home on chartered flights and provided refunds for the now cancelled voyage. Jamaica has set a goal to resume all tourism operations, including cruise tourism, by December 15th. In the meantime, dozens of cruise ships could be rerouted away from Jamaica while the extensive damage caused by Hurricane Melissa is addressed. The U.S. government has also increased Jamaica's Level 2 travel advisory to a Level 3 advisory to account for the mass destruction. Following Royal Caribbean and Carnival, Disney and Norwegian have made substantial recovery donations.
And the death toll is now up to 38, mostly from Jamaica. That's the sad part of the storms, is the aftermath. Of course, Jamaica's got a tremendous amount of rebuilding and cleanup. They took the brunt of this one. Damage other places as well, deaths other places as well. But Jamaica clearly got the worst of this one.
Anthem of the Seas officially arrived in Sydney Harbour on Friday for the season opener. The vessel will spend the summer homeporting in Sydney and marks her debut down under. More than 4,000 passengers will have a choice of 24 sailings across Australia, New Zealand, and the South Pacific. Cruise ships are reportedly being pushed away from Icelandic destinations due to a new infrastructure tax that was introduced in 2025. The Iceland Monitor reported that the effects of the new fee are being felt especially in rural communities, which are said to be facing economic setbacks because of it. Mentioning data from Cruise Iceland, the local news source noted that cruise ship calls dropped sharply, with advance bookings through 2027 falling by over 50% in some ports. Disney Destiny has arrived at Port Canaveral, marking another big step toward joining the Disney Cruise Line fleet. The ship will be officially christened on November 10th in Fort Lauderdale.
Are you planning on a trip to the land of the rising sun in the near future? Scootaround, powered by Will, is excited to announce that we now have mobility scooters and electric wheelchairs available for rent in select locations across Japan, including major tourist destinations like Tokyo. You can book online today or call Scootaround at 888-441-7575, use SRN 11137, or call me at 434-258-9264 for a mobility scooter or power wheelchair in Japan.
All right, that's going to put an end to the news portion of today's show. So let's jump over to the chat room and see who's with us this morning and if anybody's fussing at me today. Like I mentioned, Hot Air Tom is here. I hope Travis is not going to solicit investors for Six Flags. Sadly, they are closing the one outside of Washington. Yeah, but this investor group is pretty solid. We may see some changes in that situation. Kenneth's with us. Good morning, Kenneth. Kenneth says, what is that 1592 your number for every show? We don't know where these numbers are from, Kenneth. At least I don't. I've not been able to figure it out. It's just something in my system, or I don't know. Gretchen's with us. Good morning, Gretchen. Gary Older Than Dirt. Now, that was when I asked if everybody could hear me. No echo. Thank you, guys. There's Sonny down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. Mike's with us from the other side of the pond. Sonny says, I feel left out, no number after my name. Well, now it shows a number on mine. It shows Sunzac 1973. I don't know, Sonny. Buena Diaz to Elizabeth on location. Eli, always good to have you with us. You look and sound much better. I feel better too. Yeah. Still a little weak, but yeah, I'm definitely getting back. Her ship has been changed to the Majestic Princess. Still joins on the 16th of November in Fort Lauderdale. Hope to see some of you during this coming contract. Why have numbers started being added to usernames? No idea, Mike. I'm not sure why, or it's not anything that I've done, at least that I know that I've done. So I'm just kind of at a loss. I keep thinking they'll go away. Mike says my 17 has been part of the username for over 10 years. Don't know, same year, 1973, after name is part of username. That's from Sonny. Cindy just yelled at me, says Hot Air Tom. I wanted to abdicate about the gym. What are you abdicating about, Hot Air Tom? Bob says, good morning, all. Good morning, Bob. Have a great day. Elizabeth says, my full name wasn't on here before until I just got an email address for work. I wonder if that has something to do with it. It shouldn't, because that wouldn't affect all the rest of us. My other email does not have my name in the title. I wouldn't think that's it. Kenneth says it's not too late. It goes to my favorite stops in St. Thomas and St. Martin, January 20th, when Cindy will be happy with you. He won't kill you. Todd's with us. Good morning, Todd. See, Todd doesn't have a number. And I don't understand why. Gretchen says that's not my Gmail or any email address for me, but I believe that has been my username for YouTube forever. I could be wrong, though, and they definitely just started adding the number here. Yeah, it just started here, last week or week before. Chillie, I will be calling you tomorrow for final payment. Okay. We can take care of that, Kenneth. Hot Air Tom says 1592 is a number YouTube assigned to me many years ago. I think they went through a change that added the numbers to make everyone unique. I had to use TWB where there were two. Two Henrys in the chat one day. It might be to prevent some scammers. I don't know. Like I say, it's not any notice or anything that I got, and it's not anything that I see that I can change. So, who knows? Gretchen says, oh my God, two of you, Tom, that would be awful. She didn't say that would be awful. I added that. See, Tom, if you and Cindy come on this gym cruise, you could talk Robin into staying down there and we'll go on to the MSC cruise. So, yeah, sometimes things just don't work the way we'd like, Ken. I hate to tell you that. Anyway, I'll be glad to talk to you tomorrow, Ken. We'll get that fixed up for you. All right, guys, it's going to be a busy day for me. I'll be getting out for first time for a while. So I got to go load my chair, drive across town, and then do a PT session. So we'll see how it goes. And that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. As always, please hit the thumbs up button. That'll help the channel out. Take this as my invitation to join us If you're new, just hit the subscribe button. The bell notification will notify when we go live or when a new video is up. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a fabulous Monday, everybody. I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Have a great day.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.